Well, Eric Ten Hag meets Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and Ten Hag has gone ahead and really talked about meeting Sir Jim Ratcliffe and how it felt like and what his plan is. Then we are talking about Facundo Pellistri. Is he the new magician for Eric Ten Hag? Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. So Eric Ten Hag today held a press conference ahead of the game of Fulham on Sunday. He has also reacted to Sevilla fixture. He has really given them a lot of respect as we head into this fixture, and it's really important to respect your opponents. I've seen very many people in the comment section saying that, I mean, when I was live doing that draw, that Sevilla, we are going to we are going to go past through it. I told them that we should come out and really respect the team, not the team of Sevilla, because it's not an easy nut to crack. They might rise up on the occasion, being the third team coming in from Spain. And ever since we entered this stage or layer of the knockout stage, we've been facing teams from Spain, so we need to put respect into them as Eric Ten Hag speaks for Facundo Pellistri and Bruno Fernandes. So we thank God for the gift of life. It's really cold where I am, but nevertheless, we move on. Sir Jim Ratcliffe today was seen at Old Trafford, and guess who welcomed him first? It was the CEO of Manchester United, that is Richard Arnold. Richard Arnold is the man who really came in through after Ed Woodward was sacked off the job of being the CEO when the fans went hard on him after his decision to take United to the Super League backfired, and the fans called for his dismissal, and he was relieved of his duties, and Richard Arnold started or became the new CEO of Manchester United, a CEO for the very first time of United that I saw doing things that Ed Woodward never did. Ed Woodward never met fans, but Richard Arnold just met fans and told them that stop demonstrations because those demonstrations are affecting us financially. And I think people are just underlooking those demonstrations, but those demonstrations have affected the financial muscle of Manchester United, and hence the Glazers giving up, and they surrendered to selling the club. That's it. But if at all those strikes never came in through, some sponsors wouldn't have left, and obviously the Glazers would have been here trying to do the needful. But obviously the man Richard Arnold met the fans and told them, please don't demonstrate. And I think the only thing that really worked in his favor is him bringing in Eric Ten Hag. The decision for them to bring in Eric Ten Hag as the manager to overturn the situation at Old Trafford is the reason as to why I think the strikes at United and demonstrations have really gone ahead and really calmed down. That's it. But this is Richard Arnold, the CEO of Manchester United, and this is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, one of the suitors who wants to buy Manchester United with the Ineos group, a man who has close to 4.5 billion pounds put on the table to see to it that he takes over Manchester United. Now, Eric Ten Hag was asked in the press conference about meeting Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and he said, I just met him and shook hands, but I'm focused on the game. We play a big game on Sunday, and all our focus is on that. Then he continued and said, others in the club are dealing with potential investors. My job is to focus on the game, so let's talk about the game of Fulham. It's a big tie, so let's get ready for that. So he just met him and they shook hands. That's it. But he'll never tell you what they say, what they talk to one another, what they exchange, because I don't believe that it just ended on shaking hands. I think they introduced him to Eric Ten Hag, and Eric Ten Hag was introduced to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and they told him this is one of the persons that is really willing to buy Manchester United and become the new owner of the club of Manchester United. That is Eric Ten Hag and what he said about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. It shows you how focused he is on the game of Fulham. He wants to become the first manager in the history of Manchester United to win 3 trophies or play 3 finals in his first year. Jose Mourinho won 2 titles, the UEFA Europa League and the Carabao Cup or the League Cup. On Sunday, we are taking on Fulham. means that if we knock them out, we are going to be in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And remember, those semi-finals are played at Wembley. It's going to be a weekend, meaning that one game is going to be pulled, and it's expected to be that game of Chelsea if at all we knock out Fulham. So it shows you how busy our fixture is getting, but Ten Hag is 100% focused on the next games that we are really playing. And on a team known as Sevilla, he had lots of things to say. That is Erik Ten Hag. He first said the following, that Sevilla have a very good record in UEFA Europa League. We have to be aware of it. It's going to be tough. They are very experienced in the Europa League. Won it many times. So I don't know the team in detail, but for me the most important is football, and I don't look at Sevilla. So he has given them respect at the start, basing on what they've gone ahead to win. But at last, he has told them that, for me, I don't look at Sevilla as a team. I look at the football. And he's right. When you look at the football, you'll know that we knocked out Barcelona, a team that is really topping the league. You get? Then we knocked out Real Betis, a team that is... Real Betis is what? Real Betis is 5th. You get? Then we knocked out which other team? Real Betis and Barcelona. Real Betis is 5th. You get? Real Betis being 5th, and Sevilla is 13th. So he's looking at when he says he's looking at the football, that means he's looking at what they have as far as football is concerned currently, not previously. You get? So that is Erik Ten Hag for you. He's sending them a message that currently we are a better side than you, and there is nothing you are telling us as Manchester United. We are better, and we are going to go ahead and really bring you the game. Then Ten Hag added more to that and said that first we have international break and then 3 Premier League games, so there is so much time to focus on that. So definitely, so all opponents are coming to this stage of Europa League are very strong, and you have to play your best team if you want to go through. That is Erik Ten Hag. So I think he's sending a message to Mikel Arteta in the last line that you have to play your best team if you want to go through. Mikel Arteta never played his best team yesterday. He benched close to 4 or 5 starters, and obviously he faced it rough and he was knocked out, because I believe at all he really brought in his A side. He would have gone ahead to go through, but they're out of the UEFA Europa League, something that might act as a positive to gear them into the next stage of the Premier League and win it. So Ten Hag is focused on how Sevilla is playing right now. They are placed 13th. We knocked out Barcelona, the table leaders. The 5th place team, that is Real Betis, that can even make to the top 4. We knocked them out yesterday. And now Sevilla is coming in through. The last time Sevilla came in UK, they played a friendly match with Arsenal. Arsenal put 6 past Sevilla. That's it. So Sevilla is really playing very, very badly. And I think when they're coming to Old Trafford, they are going to face it rough. That's it. The good thing is that we are playing them first at Old Trafford. Let them come, swallow their 3 or 4 goals. If at all we can have a 3-goal advantage from Old Trafford, as we did when you're playing against Real Betis, then we'll see ourselves in the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, we'll be waiting for the winner between Juventus and Sporting Lisbon. And I've already told you, I rather a Juventus than a Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon is really a very, very hard team to beat. But Juventus, as much they're having Di Maria, they're having Paul Pogba, Vlahovic, I think we can knock them out. I don't think that Juventus is the same level as Barcelona. You get? They are really a good side, but they are really having lots of problems, and they are focusing so much onto qualifying for the Champions League positions in the Serie A, but they are so much focused onto this also because they know if at all they win it, they find themselves in positions of really winning, sort of really playing Champions League next season, and they'll be seeded. So they have a lot to fight for and Erik ten Hag also has out to fight for. So let's wait and see how that is going to pan up. I think it's going to be played around, is it the 19th? Around there. 14th, between 10th, I think between 10th and the 20th. That's when you're going to be playing those games between Sevilla and United. Not so? So after that, let's see what Erik ten Hag talked about Facundo Pellistri, a player that really showcased his talent to the maximum yesterday. And I think those are just snippets. You get? Those are just glances of Facundo Pellistri. A lot more is yet to come, and I think he's in contention to start his other game because Erik ten Hag has told us that today Antony is not yet back. So that means we might be seeing a Facundo Pellistri to play against Fulham. Now, Erik ten Hag on Facundo Pellistri, this is what he said. It's about training performance. You see him progressing, getting stronger. To start is more difficult, but when the game goes on, he got belief. You see his abilities, his dribbles, crosses, runs behind, defending did his job. Let's talk about defending, guys. You know, if you are really a purist and you're very objective yesterday, you'll know that down in the heart of Antony, he's really phantomed. That's it. Because the way Pellistri defended, he ran to and fro on that touchline for the entire 90 minutes. He was relentless. You get? He couldn't give fatigue for an answer. He couldn't take it for an answer. He just found himself coming out, helping Aaron Bissaka and going forward. He was good in the offensive and good in the defensive. That is Facundo Pellistri. And the manager talking about his defending and did a very good job. That is Facundo Pellistri. Crosses, he brought them in. Dribbles, he made them in. Abilities are really high. And has Antony put out any performance so solid like that of Facundo Pellistri that he put up yesterday? I won't tell you that yes. Facundo Pellistri's performance yesterday was out of this world. And he's sending a message to Erik ten Hag that please get me on onto the other game. And ten Hag has, I think, discovered another magician out of the young players that we are having at Manchester United. And I think self-belief is really needed in the player's heart. But this player had a lot of hope that's going to start tomorrow, and that was his first full debut for Manchester United. And Facundo Pellistri has said the following: I managed to get my father and my girlfriend to come. They were in the stadium, so they really enjoyed it. I knew about it 2 days ago when we were preparing for the game. So 2 days ago, as United prepared for the game, Ten Hag told Facundo Pellistri, you are going to start. Prepare your mind. I just never wanted to throw this on you abruptly. I've told you on time, get ready. Just know you are going to play against Real Betis. And it was a game that would have seen him get frustrated, especially after that referee issued that stupid yellow card to him. Yet he did nothing apart from winning the ball. But he took his family and father there, so he was playing to impress the father and his girlfriend. So I really like it a lot. I really like it a lot when such talent is really being rewarded by Erik ten Hag. And these are the benefits you get when you're having a manager like Erik ten Hag. He's really merit-driven. He's merit-driven. He picks players on merit, and that's why I really love him. And I think this time round, he gets it right on Antony. If Facundo Pellistri and Sancho keep on putting in performances that are really legit and appeasing, and Antony keeps on putting on appalling performances, he should really stand on his ground and really throw Antony back to the bench. I made this him being an 85 million pound player. However much calls him a one-trick pony, he should be on the bench. I think we should bench Antony and see what he gets us when he comes off the bench. You get? Against Barcelona, he was benched, he came in through and scored the winner. And had a very fantastic game on the day. So I think sometimes it's better for Erik ten Hag to think about benching Anthony and get him off the bench, to come out and really do exactly what Facundo Pellistri has been doing. And one thing that ten Hag got right was not to take off Facundo Pellistri after halftime. You get, he believed in him, he told him, go back, I know you're going to do the needful. And again, you saw to it that there was promising runs from that side. And the way he cuts inside, you know, when he decides to go wide, he doesn't lose the ball. When he decides to cut inside and be more direct, he's really a threat. So I think he's doing everything better than Anthony. That's it. One thing he needs to go on and capitalize onto is scoring goals and really bringing in more assists onto the game. So he passed the test of Erik ten Hag, and to me, I think ten Hag might have discovered his new magician at the club of Manchester United. Like he did on Alejandro Garnacho on the left, I think on the right hand side he has his new man in. He's an athlete. This is Erik ten Hag talking about Bruno. He's so much energy, has so much energy. He can play so many roles. Tactically, he's brilliant. Overloads so we can outplay opponents. We create good situations about chances. He is very important in the counter press. He looks like he's getting better. So Bruno has improved, you know, and people are really forgetting giving ten Hag his flowers and props on the improvement of Bruno. We've gone ahead to really give him his flowers and props for improving Aaron Wan-Bissaka, for improving Scott McTominay, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and very many others. Fred, very many players. Diego Dalot have improved under Erik ten Hag, but even Bruno Fernandes has improved. By the way, yesterday, I saw him again not losing his head. I think after the game of Liverpool, it really went down to Erik ten Hag that one player who is supposed to be leading others, if at all he loses his head, we can get beaten. So I think he told Bruno that, please stop it. Stop it. Act like a captain. Don't lose your head, because when you lose your head, we lose. So thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about ten Hag meeting Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and obviously the new magician of Erik ten Hag, Facundo Pellistri. Do you think he's the new magician for Erik ten Hag? And what are your thoughts about ten Hag giving his view over the draw against Sevilla and Bruno Fernandes? May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. Second video of the day. We are returning with more. I think I'm returning with the match preview. That is United versus Fulham, that FA Cup tie. Will Sabitzer start? Will Sancho start? All that and more into the next video that is going to be uploaded onto this channel. I think at around 22 hours, that video is going to be up. That is 2 hours from now. I'm out.